So this time it's a little bit different environment because we're going to build a Makiwara. So what do you need for that? Let me show you that. So you need a couple of boards, 2x6s, and that can be regular pine. And then I have here redwood. Some people swear that cherry wood is better, but redwood boards, I think there are 6 feet high, yeah, about 6 feet high. Then we have for sure tools. You need some. You need a saw. You need an electric drill, or you need a couple of screws. You need some drills, and this one is. So you need also something to measure, right? The protection for. You need some bolts to bolt it on. That's gonna be bolted on here in that area on the opposite side here, there, and then these are the bolts that comes all the way through. We're gonna put probably 6 boards on top of each other here, and they are 4.5 feet high first, and then this cover, that is actually from Tokaido. That's a leather cover. It's a little bit older one, it's still lasting. This comes here on top, as you can see, right? So, and then there's gonna be 4.5 feet, and then for every board 1/2 feet less. And that goes into a socket later. And actually that's all. And probably a drill, a longer drill. So in order to get one bolt, it gets all the way through to lock that down. Yeah. So let's start. I'm gonna put the camera, a different camera, on time lapse, and then you're gonna see it. So let me explain now how I built that board, get a better overview. So most of the pieces were regular wood. You could also take redwood, and this is 2x6, which actually is not actually exactly 2 inch. So there is a baseboard here, what you see here. Baseboard, this goes all across here. So then are 2 boards, 2x6 on top of each other, and the little lid board, as you can see here. So this will give you a square, and what I have used originally was I have used originally the half-inch redwood boards. So then I had 5 half-inch redwood boards, and then I had to use this piece here in order to have a little bit distance in between so I can fit everything in. But the board was actually not high enough. So then what I found is I found another redwood board here, and that is actually 3/4 inch. So basically 2 inch and 3/4. 2 inch and 3/4. That's the same like 2 of these boards, and then it can fit it exactly in. So I squeezed it in actually with a hammer as well, and then there you see there's a piece here, the next one is here, the next one is here, and the next one is here, and then you have really a good pressure on both one. And that is what my sensei told me, that there was originally a board what I had purchased at the master camp years ago in cherry wood, and guys, you can take cherry wood as well. It's a little bit more expensive, but sensei said, you know, the boards need to be giving a little bit more, that you can push that board more over and you can put more pressure on it. The last piece, what is here on the top, actually I took some tape and wrapped it around here, so you can see, so that it keeps a little bit in place. And the last piece, I have this since a long time. That's actually a Makiwara pad, and it comes from Tokaido. I purchased that one time. Probably can see it still from the label here. It comes from Tokaido. So you press it here on it, and it fits exactly on that size. And then you tie it down in the back here, and that's all what you have to do. And then you have a really nice and tight board. So, and it is giving a little bit. So if you press it there, so you're pushing it in, that board gives from here. And that's how it's supposed to be. At least what my sensei told me, and he punched the board for a long time. So you don't have to use the pad here, the leather pad. It's good. You can also use traditional is rice straw wrapped around, or something else wrapped around. I like that leather board because it gives you a really good padding, and it's very durable as well. I forget it. There is a base board as well, or a ground board. This is all the way down here on the ground. So this is actually building the base or the bottom of it. So this is attached to that. There are bolts here going through, and they are connecting to my deck. Really 2 big bolts on each side, here and here. So as you can see, this is pretty sturdy and it should last a while. That was a Makiwara. If you like that, please subscribe to our channel, and you get more tips on about karate, and also doing karate at home. Alright, talk to you next time. Bye bye.